What's up? Welcome to Three Brothers and a Shot of Milk, minus the three brothers, so I'm flying solo here. Also, I don't normally do this, but I'm going to be doing an unboxing kind of toy review again. Normally I stick to the comics, but I got this guy in the mail today. It's the Hulk, Avengers, Infinity War, and I figured maybe you want to see it? Whoever the you are that might be watching this video. Anyway, let's get to it. Alright, so here we go. We've got the Hulk Infinity War SHR Figuarts Hulk Smash. Faces. Simple style, heroic action. So I've been hunting for a Hulk, and this guy just looked kind of like everything I wanted in a Hulk figure, so I picked him up, and let's check him out. Give you a little backstory on the Hulk while we're opening him up here. So the Hulk first dropped in 1962. He was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Stan Lee did the story and Kirby did the drawings. Sorry, I know you don't have a good view here. I'll probably pull out a little bit, but we'll push through. We'll get them open. Alright, there we go. Now he comes with some extra hands. Some extra hand. Kind of like, what's that character in the Addams Family with just a hands? He's got some extra faces. Oh, this guy looks cross-eyed. Not that there's anything wrong with that. And this dude is just angry. Cool. And he just pops right out. See if he's gonna stand right up. And he almost stands right up. So the Hulk came out in 1962, created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Originally, he just had like a bi-monthly thing, and I think he was actually canceled after the first 6 issues or so. And then the Hulk actually didn't have a lot of success as a solo comic. And he was actually kind of a mashup thing of things that were popular in comics at the time. He was a mashup of monster comics, like monster-themed comics, and superhero. And he was kind of one of the first kind of monster superheroes. And he really is. He's a monster. Look at this guy. Monster. Let's try a different hand out. But he started finding a lot more success in an ensemble kind of supporting role setting, which is interesting because that's kind of what's happened with the Hulk cinematically too. The Hulk had all these movies that didn't really amount to too much for him, ultimately finding a better footing as this kind of supporting guy that can steal the show. Actually, I like these hands a lot better than the fist. Of course, Hulk needs some fist if he's going to be smashing, but the expressiveness of these fingertips. Oh, how do I like? I'm medium on the green. I tell you what, the green actually looks way better on the camera than it does in person. This is a very photogenic Hulk. Let's try a different head. Maybe the angry head. Dude, I can't believe how green this thing looks in the light. I've lit this guy so well. All right, back to the toy. So he is very mobile. Let's see, he's got toe articulation, wrist, double jointed knee, but you really don't get much mobility out of it. Hulk's kind of a big guy, so look at the pretty limited, but he's such a beefy figure, you know, he's just, his joints are binding on itself, so it kind of makes sense. But he looks big. I mean, the Hulk's not really ever doing the splits in the comics, you know. He's got double joints here too, which is pretty interesting. So if you want him to walk like he's got to use the bathroom, maybe I'll go use the bathroom, and maybe I'll pull the camera out a little bit. I'm a little tight now. Whoa, get better image quality when you're a little tighter though. So I'll go back to being tight in a second, but I'll go use the bathroom. So he's got pretty good range here. So just, oh, I swiveled this whole joint off. Well, what did I expect to happen? So looks like he's just sockets. Oh, he just pops right back in. That's not bad. He's got a double jointed elbow also, which is nice, but man, these guns of his are making it mobility a little tough too. But he's got good mobility there. Pretty good mobility up here, full range. He's got some very minimal mobility in the chest, but he does got he can swivel it, so that's actually not bad. Yo man, toys these days are just ridiculous. Pop his head off. His neck has no mobility, but his head pops off, so I guess you have full mobility. Alas, poor Hawkish. I knew him well. Ah! Alright, well, like I said, I don't really do too many toy reviews, so I'll keep this brief. I like it. I like it a lot. I actually like it a lot. As for price point, it's not bad. The quality is pretty good. You got a lot of articulation. He feels beefy. I mean, he feels nice and beefy. He's a little under how tall is this guy? I think he's like, he's under a foot, but he's over 7. Here's a 7-inch figure. I think he's about 7. Let's say he's like 8 inches. He's about 8 inches probably. So he would probably look really good fighting a 6-inch Superman. Yeah. About 2 inches bigger than this 6-ish inch Superman. And then you have your classic Hulk versus Superman. Bing! If you haven't guessed it, I'm a Superman fan, so Superman's always going to win that battle. So, our Hulk review has turned into a Superman review, apparently. This little figure is pretty cool. I love the color on him. He's got excellent range of articulation. He Splitsville, of course he's Superman, of course he's going to have a little more range of mobility. They got the S on the back of the cape right, ladies and gentlemen. It should be there, and it should be gold or yellow. Anyways, back to the Hulk review. Oh, he's missing a head. Let's try the other head. Let's try a fist on his head. Hulk with a fist for a head. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this up. Avengers Infinity War Hulk. SH Figuarts. Figure Arts. I like it. If you don't have a Hulk figure in your collection and you're looking for one, this one's pretty dope. I normally don't like action figures that look like actors from the movies, and this looks just enough, not like Mark Ruffalo, where it doesn't really, it feels like the Hulk, definitely feels like the Hulk, and it's reminiscent of the Avengers Hulk, but it doesn't feel like it's that particular Hulk. Wow, look at those eyes, man. This guy's like, what's going on? These eyes are crazy. All right, well, that's my review. Price point on this guy I felt was pretty reasonable. The quality is he's a little loose in the legs, but I think he's going to stand up just fine, and he'll be able to hit some of these poses you want. I wish he had more flexibility. He's not going to crouch. He's not going to get low. But man, does he look hulkish. Sorry for the wiggling of the camera. I know that can be a little jarring. Just want to give you a little better image of this guy. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, tell your friends. If you didn't, tell your enemies. That's actually a quote from a play from the Reduced Theater Company's Complete Works of Shakespeare. If you enjoy the show, tell your friends. If you didn't, tell your enemies. And I just think it's so perfect. Kind of, it's all inclusive. So if you enjoyed this, tell your friends. And if you didn't, well, you can always tell your enemies.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Three Brothers and a Shot of Milk.